Christ, dude. Hey guys, what's up? It's Sean, Autotopia LA. Today we're here with Izzy's Performance. Izzy was introduced to me via our friend Kevin Pitbull Torres, who we just shot his CTSV recently. Holy sh! And he said Izzy's known for street racing, drag racing, and building really fast shit.
That shit is diabolical.
Now, Izzy Performance, give me a little quick on that. Is that your company, like full-time what you do?
Yes, that's my company. I own Izzy Performance for the last 10 years already. We build a lot of race cars, tune them as well, and just build fast cars for customers.
Yeah, you're really about drag race. That's your world from, you probably used to be, you probably would never do it anymore, but you used to be a street racer.
Yes. I used to do it really hard back in the days, but then I had to stop. So other than that, I mean, I still love it. I still go to the track and still get on the cars and go fast. It's in my blood.
And you guys, we are going to definitely shoot more with Izzy because while we've been, talking off camera, there's a lot of crazy fast stuff he has. But this is the one we're digging into today. And what kind of sold me initially, because we were talking about, right? Like typically we don't shoot modern stuff, but when you said it's probably, you didn't say for sure, because you're like me and you don't want to say something where 50 million people come out at you and go, that's not the truth. You said it's probably the only one of these in the world. So tell me like what year, what it is, like tell me about the truck, dude.
So look, this is a 2006 Colorado with a LS9 motor, ZR1. I believe there used to be another one back in the days, a blue one, used to call it the Blue Devil. As right now, as we speak, this is the only one in the world.
Chevy didn't release a ZR1 version of the Colorado.
This is a full custom truck.
You made this into that. So did you start with a bone stock Colorado?
It was 100% stock. I did not initially build it. I bought it from somebody else that has already started the build.
Okay.
And I finished it.
Okay.
The motor was already in the truck.
Okay.
And some other stuff, and a lot of stuff didn't work right, so that's the reason he sold the truck to me. I just got it in my hands and made it a badass little truck.
Yeah. How long you had it for?
I had this truck already for over 2 years.
And we'll get into horsepower and stuff, but you said it's definitely a fast one, but yet you can daily drive. It's reliable enough to drive all the time.
This is a truck that you can, right now, just put the keys in the ignition, go put some fuel, and go to Vegas and come back with the whole AC working and cruise control, everything on it.
Crazy.
It has a 480 transmission.
Okay.
There's a lot of gadgets in here. I mean, I'll show you little by little exactly what it has.
Yeah, let's pop the hood and let's start under.
Are you ready to see a V6 or what?
Yeah. Number one, I don't like to know about stuff before we shoot it. I smell E85, so I know right away. Plus the sound, the wheels. Come on, dude. It's obvious it ain't a stock friggin' Colorado.
Like it.
Wow, that's nuts, dude.
So this is one beautiful truck.
It really is, man.
It's a LS9 motor, Nitrous. It has a Kong 2650 blower on top.
Wait, you're running nitrous on this?
Yeah.
So is that what I'm seeing here?
Yeah, that's exactly what that's.
Yeah.
I use it only in case for insurance. That's like the go button.
I love it, insurance.
Some people think they got it, and then they're like, all right, let me show you.
What's the power of the engine without the nitrous?
This motor to the wheels on my dyno jet, around 890. And then we squeeze around 125, 130 shot, and that makes like 1,011 somewhere around
At the tire?
At the tires.
Dude,
we have traction
control. Does it just blow the tires off?
No, we have a Holley Dominator. We have traction control on it. I have my tuner, Tom, is probably one of the best ones here in California. And he has a really dialed in. So I can road race the truck. I mean, it's a fun truck for you to drive every day.
Almost 900 at the tire before the nitrous shot. That alone to me is like, holy hell, man.
I mean, I see a lot of people like, oh, I have 1,000, but you can only put like half of that when you go down the street, so it doesn't really make sense,
Yeah. Question for you regarding traction control on it, because if it was factory traction control putting down that much power, it's not going to know what it's to do. So I'm assuming it's not.
No. So the way traction control works on a Holly Dominator is
Yeah.
we have a wheel speed on the transmission. And if it starts slipping, we start taking timing out of the motor. So we can calm it down. And then once we see the front speed versus the back speed matching, we start giving it more time so it can start going. And that's the way it works. And a lot of people, you know, they don't know how it works and they just want to put 1,000, but at the end of the day, those 1,000 don't get nowhere.
I've been in a lot of those cars actually that make 1,000, and it does a great burnout, right? No brakes needed, just spin tires. But you know the old saying, right? Spinning ain't winning.
And spinning ain't winning.
Right,
So I'd rather, at this point, is if you don't have traction, I'd rather have less power and good rubber to put it down to the floor so it can go.
Totally with you. You said it goes to a 4L80. Is it? I'm assuming it's a built one. It's not a stock.
It's a fully built 480. I mean, good for like 1,300 horsepower. So they're trying to beat in this truck for 2 years. I mean, I don't drive this like a lot.
Yeah.
But when I drive it, I mean, I beat on it and the train is still there. Like nothing happens.
How about as far as like suspension components and brakes and stuff? Is it that's not stock?
No, it has everything. So it has like it has.
I love him looking at me like I'm a moron.
No,
just kidding.
It has everything. It has like in the front, as you can see. I mean, still has the stock rotors and stuff like that. But in the back, it does have Woolworths brakes already. It has a 9-inch in the rear to hold all the power.
A Ford 9-inch for the rear end.
Yes, it does have one already. It has AFCO shocks in the back, in the front too. So it has good suspension.
In the Ford 9-inch, what's that geared at?
It's, I believe it's a 373.
So you're still totally cool getting up on the freeway and just rolling along at 80, 90
And it has
miles.
a true track, so, it's not a full spool, so you can still make corners without, making the tires squeak on you and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
This is a truck that you can go anywhere on it, and it's also flex fuel. So if for any reasons there's not an E85 station around, you
91, no
put
problem.
91, it'll probably, we'll knock some timing down on the table and it'll make probably 100 horsepower less, but guess what? I'll get to where I have to get.
Now, all the work in here, like all the custom fabbed boxes and stuff, is that you making that stuff?
Yeah, we did some of them. That one there was already done. We made this one here. That cash can was already there. When we got the truck, we took the blower out complete. We changed the cam, and then.
What are the different boxes for? Sorry to ask.
So this one's for the power steering, coolant. So it has a divider in between, and that one is your tank for the oil. It has a dry sump.
So it's a dry sump.
Yeah, because it's an LS9. Never had an issue with it. Never threw a belt of the Supercharger. It makes around, I believe it's like 17 pounds of boost.
Oh shit. It sounds great, but it's not, like I would imagine when you get on it, it probably loudens up, but.
You know what, it used to be really loud, and I'm the kind of person that I don't like to catch so much attention, so when I'm driving, I put different mufflers. I think it has like 4 mufflers in the back, 2 on each side, just to kind of quiet down.
Got it. But I get it, for something you actually want to drive, that also goes really fast.
Oh yeah, this thing is, if you go on a straightaway, it's fast.
Yeah.
Like it picks up speed like they know tomorrow.
Could it really be that fast?
Tell me about the wheel tire.
So it has Forge line wheels. I believe it's 1 piece in the front and 1 piece in the rear with B-locks. It has 17s in the front and 17s in the rear, I believe. It has a 275, 45, 18 in the rear, Mickey Thompson.
275, that's not that massive.
It's not that big.
But the traction control comes into.
And when I go to the track, I have another set of wheels. I have a bigger tire, like a 275, 60, 15.
Got it.
And that makes a big difference.
Got it.
Skinny's on the front and the wheels on the back, and then it's a different
yeah,
truck.
I'll bet. It's got to
animal.
change it a lot, huh?
Yeah. I'll show you. I have a surprise. You can see right here.
I love it.
That's when they really.
Oh, rad, dude. Holy cow. Wow, this is so bitchin'. So you got 2 bottles back here.
2 bottles out, so you'll never be out of nitrous.
Are these both fuel cells?
No, this is gonna be my intercooler tank.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
In the back, that's my fuel cell.
Yeah. God dang, with the tonneau cover on here, no idea.
Nobody will ever,
Right, throw a refrigerator in here, no problem. Yeah, right.
People look at it like, whoa, you got nitrous in here too? I'm like, hey, you gotta have it.
Dude, this thing's so clean, and I'll be honest with you, bro, when you pulled up, yeah, you can hear something. I definitely smell the E85, and the bead lock certainly makes you, you know what I mean? You gotta look when you see a bead lock. Is it show or is it go? But other than those few things, it's really clean. Like it almost.
It's a beautiful truck.
It
Everywhere
really is,
I go,
man.
I get compliments on this truck. Even my dad, every time he sees this truck, He's like, don't sell this truck.
Yeah.
Like, you got it. Out of all these cars you have, 15, 16 cars, like, this is my favorite. And I was like, why?
15 or 16 cars.
Yeah, he's
I
like,
love
this is
it.
my favorite. He's like, and I'm like, why is your favorite? He's like, man, it just looks so nice. It looks like I could go and drive around on it, you know?
Yeah. So you haven't done any body mods at all. The body is a complete stock. All the ground effects and stuff.
We have to check right here when you like your battery voltage and everything, you know, just in case it has power, in case you need to power something up.
It's got to be funny if some dude was, for one, dumb enough to try to do it, but goes, oh, I got to siphon some gas, man. And he comes over, he's like, what's going on?
He's not going to get nothing by
a
voltage reader.
He'll know what your voltage is at on your battery.
Exactly.
I mean, it's just crazy how clean it is. There's so little that gives it up. And the exhaust comes all the way out to the back.
Yes, all the way to the back is right behind the bumper.
So you're probably not getting any kind of drone or anything inside.
Not at all. When I bought the truck, it had it like right behind the rear end going down. And I had too much drone, like it was just like...
Drones like crazy, plus blowing dust and shit everywhere,
exactly.
right?
Like that, at least it's out of the truck. Look at it inside. It's like something you just bought off the dealer.
No,
so clean. Ricardo.
These aren't stock seats with the truck.
No.
Yeah.
No,
oh, dude, those are so comfortable. See, you really could sit in here and drive all day.
You could take a 5-hour drive and no, not a problem.
Yeah. So there are changes I see in here. Number one, obviously, the shifter.
Yeah, the shifter just goes in one position since it's a 4L80. So you just put it in drive.
You just put it in drive and go.
You know,
and when you're drag racing, are you manual shifting it? Really?
Electronically. Computer takes care of all that.
Wow.
I don't have to do nothing but just put it on drive and go.
Wow.
And then you see in the center console, there's all those little buttons right there. It activates nitrous.
Wow, bro, this is so clean.
On the Holly Dominator, you can change the way the screens look. It has like 10 different backgrounds.
It's crazy how clean that it integrates into this dash.
Yeah, like right now you see the way it looks, and then you can change it. It has different ones.
Is that a shift light if you want? Yeah. Not that you need it because the truck's shifting itself.
It does it itself. And then here, in case you want to know exactly where your fuel level is at, like right now, the truck's off, so there's flex fuel says there's nothing because the fuel's not passing through the sensor. But the fuel level, 60%, so it tells you. It has everything that you need, power windows, power locks, AC works on it.
I can't get over how comfortable these seats are.
Oh.
You're plenty bolstered, obviously, right?
Wait till you drive it.
Yeah,
and
I believe it.
The way the throttle responds and the way it picks up speed is just...
Yeah.
I mean, you feel like you have a truck that weighs 2,000 pounds.
And what does this weigh? Do you know the weight on this truck?
I think it's around 35.
Okay. Still not too heavy when you're making that kind of power, right?
I mean, it feels really light.
Yeah.
You get on it and you're like, it surprises you. Like how it picks up speed so fast.
Yeah. And I interrupted you before. I'm sorry. I get all fired up sometimes. You were starting to explain about what the buttons here do?
So that's a switch panel. So that activates the intercooler. It has fans for the transmission, so it can cool down in case you kind of beat on another truck, you can turn on the fans, you can kind of cool the oil. And then it has the purge for the nitrous. It has to start the nitrous. And I believe the other one is traction control. The keypad does recognize on the Holly is when you activate nitrous, computer knows you activated the nitrous, and then it goes to a different table, a different mapping table. Because this is a dry shot. So once you press that button, it goes to a different tune automatically. It knows that you're on nitrous mode, and it's gonna spray more fuel to compensate for the nitrous.
I know there's more that we'll talk about, but I'm dying to go drive this thing, dying to go for a passenger seat ride with you in it. So let's go do that part and
let's go have some fun.
Yes, exactly, brother.
All
exactly, right on. God, that blower sound is bitching.
Sounds beautiful, huh?
Oh my God. What did you say the fastest you've personally been driving on a drag strip?
Like 437 at like 184.
Eighth mile.
Yeah, 8th mile.
That's hauling balls.
Yeah, that's fast.
Haul it, ball it, never call it.
Is that in your GTR or another car?
No, that's on another Fox body that I have. That one makes a lot of horsepower. And when I ran that number, I was only like at 30 pounds of boost, and the car would take 50, 60.
Jeez,
so yeah,
dude.
it's a 3-second car. at like 200 miles an hour.
Holy cow. Yeah. I cannot even imagine what that launch has got to be like.
The G-force, it probably pulls like at least 3 Gs.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. I mean, when you're talking about in the range of 4 seconds, getting up to almost 200 miles per hour, a lot of stuff can go wrong in that 4 seconds, huh?
You just gotta hold on, be sure that everything's going smooth, and you just want to finish, you know. But it gets there so fast that you don't even have time to think. Once you take your foot off the gas, and then everything starts coming to you. It's just that fast.
Boy, this thing sounds so good, dude.
Once you open it up a little, you're gonna be like, oh, okay.
I mean, and like I told you, and you guys know me well enough to know I'm gonna mildly get on it, but I am looking forward to sitting passenger. You know how it is, dude. I don't know how it is for you, but for me, when I get in the passenger seat and I got someone that doesn't necessarily really know how to drive and they make a lot of power, I'll usually ask them to dial back a little bit just because I get nervous because I can see they're not a hard driver. But then when I get in, like when we shot with that guy Blank, right? I mean, that truck was wiggling all over the place, dude, and blowing tires off it, but he was so relaxed and, like, you can tell he's an old school street racing driver, you know what I mean?
You gotta feel comfortable with whoever's driving, you know?
You do, man.
I mean, because anything can happen any minute.
There's just so many variables that can come into play, you know? And
I mean, it could be oil on the road, it could be anything, water.
I gotta admit, I've never driven a stock Colorado, but it's pretty stiff.
The suspension of this truck is beautiful, man. It drives the handle so good.
Yeah.
Like at the road courses, I took it one time and I was like, never been there.
You took this on a road course?
And I was second place. And,
really?
The only reason I lost is because I didn't have enough fluid on the power steering tank. So when I make a sharp turn, it got really hard. I was like, wow, what the? This truck just handles good and it has the power. So when you go to those kind of courses, you don't need to have the truck, not even on E85. You can do it on pump gas.
Right.
So by the way, this truck also runs on methanol.
You do have methanol on this also.
Yeah, to cool down all the air. So whenever I'm a 91 and it runs on meth, I mean, you know, it still makes every bit of probably like 750 horsepower. But
it's funny, like the way I'm driving it right now, it just feels like a nice truck to go cruise around.
Yes, it does. I mean, it's a truck that you can actually enjoy driving.
Yeah.
The pedal is not like crazy, like where you be like, oh, this thing is just jumping. It's just smooth. You get in it, it goes.
Yeah.
Once you kind of hammer it and you get the kick down, it goes. Like that's when it really goes.
I love the lope at the idle.
Once again, you know, Tom takes a lot of time tuning it.
Yeah. And you've mentioned Tom a couple times, but he doesn't have a shop name.
No, he works for me.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, he's my tuner.
Got it. And you have your own in-house dyno.
Yes, I do. And we also build a lot of race cars.
Yeah.
The biggest run I had on my dyno, probably like 2,400.
See, that's so much. I just can't even. I know a lot of you guys get it. I personally don't. It's because I'm not a drag race guy. It sounds like, right? The key with drag racing is as much power as you could actually put to the ground, right? Because anything more than that,
exactly.
I mean, you're spinning
when
tire,
you drag
right?
race, you want every single bit of horsepower to the ground.
Yeah. Well, you can just tell the slightest little throttle input, and this thing's ready to just
it's
blast.
ready. This truck is ready to go. Oh.
Boy, you got to embarrass some people with this thing, dude. I mean,
man, there's
like I got to imagine some people look and go, it's just a truck, whatever.
So one day I was on the freeway, the new GT500 Chevys, they were just out, you know. And a guy pulls next to me. He's like, "Hey, you want to hit it?" And I said, you know, I was like, "All right." I was like, "Nah, it's fine." He's like, "No, come on." And so I was like, all right. So we went around 60 miles. I hammer it. I cannot believe I barely beat him by a bumper. Like we went all the way to like 140. He was like, what the fuck does this truck has?
Just couldn't believe
Yeah,
it.
he couldn't believe it. It was a little truck, you know. He knew it had a V8 in it, but he didn't know what it was.
I mean, you know I'm giving that about 10% input.
Oh, man.
I can feel how much is right there ready to go.
Oh, it's like you holding a horse that wants to run.
Yeah, no, I can feel it, dude, the whole time. I mean, the slightest, that's a blip. You're laughing at me. You're like, yeah, dude, I know, I built the damn truck. God, this thing feels just great on the road, bro.
It's badass.
It's like, I can't wait to feel you do a couple of pulls.
Nice little pulls.
I'm really excited about this, dude. I can feel how much is here ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm preparing you guys now. Izzy will definitely get some oh shit faces out of me.
The main thing is going fast, but going with traction.
That's the part I'm really curious to see, because I know the power you're making with this, so I know for sure without traction dialed, stand on it, we're gonna just spin tire.
Yep. You're not gonna see smoke out of this truck. It's just gonna go.
Yeah. I'm excited about it, dude. I mean, I'm barely touching it and I can feel the rear. The rear is just like digging in, man.
Yeah, it's digging in.
So something we didn't talk about, and I noticed it after we were done shooting, was I noticed that you had some type of Caltrack setup back there,
Oh,
right?
yeah, it has Caltrax on it. The truck is built real good. I mean, it takes time to do it right, but you know, once it's all done up and then you adjust all the suspension, then you can enjoy it.
Sure, man. All right, there's oh shit face number one.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, it works.
And for you, it probably doesn't even feel fast because you're used to shit with double the horsepower.
Yeah,
but for me,
this is fun.
son of a bitch. You feel it, it's just digging and squatting.
I mean, if you see in the back, there's no rubber, there's no like smoke coming out of the tires. It's just going. It's just picking up speed.
You're so relaxed too, dude, because I get it. You've been in bigger power stuff.
Yeah, this is just fun. It feels good to have a truck that makes what, 800 and, you know, the weather's so hot. Let's say right now it's making 850. But for you to put it down, you know, going what, 30 miles and then hitting it all the way to and going, that's good, you know?
Yeah, you're not getting any tire spin.
You know.
I felt a slight little wiggle.
A little.
Dude, damn, bro. Jesus Christ, dude. You're driving it. I'm watching out of the corner of my eye. You're lightly counted, but you were also holding back on throttle input, right?
A little bit.
Then you started to lean more on it?
Yes.
Yeah. The whine of your Supercharged
sounds
so good.
It's just screaming at you.
Even at like low RPM right now.
Yeah, we're like 2100 RPM.
And it's just singing, man. I always go around and around on this one, so I love the sound, the whine you get from a supercharger. But then I love the crazy sounds you get from a Procharger. But then I also really love the sounds you get from turbos. You know what I mean? All those different forced induction sounds.
Exactly. I mean, I
so
love
good.
turbos. The way they come on.
I do too.
That was over 100 miles.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. So you're easing me into the 2,000 horsepower.
Exactly.
You're getting
Exactly.
me prepped for psychosis. Damn is about all I can say on that. Just a beast. And it's crazy. It's almost sleeper looking. I mean, not quite. You know, the bead lock gives it away a bit. It's making some tone. Certainly you smell the E85. That being said, it's a fairly sleeper looking truck. I'm sure he's embarrassed so many people with this truck thinking like, oh, it's no big deal, I can take this guy. Nah, you probably can't. I really enjoyed meeting him today and definitely look forward to more with him, especially the 2,000 horsepower GTR that he has. More to come with Izzy. As always, you guys, thanks for hanging and watching what we do. I really appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. All right, man, later.